And some of them no. The one you are talking about, y'all got it. Man, that lady got so mad with me. I said, ma'am, you don't get mad. I'm not mad. I'm just disturbed. Ma'am, you mad. You know why I know she was mad? Because she said she had 5 hours to get a gift. And 4 of them hours was already gone. And somebody told her to come by the shop. She would find, and I had it. But I was not going to give it to her for what she wanted. She left mad. See, that goes to show you. You better stop saying stuff. And one thing you better stop doing. Don't you do that to nobody that you don't want done. Be very careful now. Because that stuff come back around. I don't even think she got left. She left. I really don't. But she was hot when she left. Because she said she don't know where she's going to go now. I said, ma'am, I don't know what to tell you. And I didn't mean any harm. But I think people got to stop trying to take advantage of Christian people. And then stop trying to take advantage of your own people. You would not do this nowhere else, and I'm knowing this. But you roll up in here and you want me to do it. And because I don't do it, then now you're upset with me. So I told her, and as she was there, I said, well, I pray that you find what you need at the price that you're looking for, because most likely it's there. You don't have much time to find it, though. I shouldn't have said that either. This is like pouring fuel on it. So I decided to touch my mouth because I'd already got enough trouble. But I didn't do that for her to get the point. It just happened that way. God got a way of doing things. And I really like the way he do it. I really do, because I had no intention to make her upset like that. But she said that in the presence of me and God. So God heard it. So he wanted to let her know you lose it sometimes. And for some of you Christians don't ever lose it.
I do. I love it.
Nonetheless, it occasionally happens. It don't make you unsaved. You know, I mean, it happens. You're living in a fleshly body that you have very little control over. You may say you got it in check, but you don't. If you had it in check, you would get as much trouble.
Come on.
Okay, sister, come on.
They worked craftily and went and pretended to be ambassadors.
Hold up. They worked what?
Craftily.
You know what that means? They had skill, baby. And they did it in a roundabout way. They didn't do it the right way. The Bible said anything that mastery, especially, if we strive for greatness, we got to strive for it in the right manner. We can't be walking on everybody trying to get to the top. Because some of the people you pass on your way up, you're going to pass them coming back down. So you got to be careful how you strive to getting where you're trying to go. Because regardless and contrary to unpopular opinions, some people you don't need. You may say, I don't need nobody, I don't want nobody. Okay, that's you. Now, I'm praying that I don't have to be a burden on nobody. But that's something sometimes you don't control. You know, there are a lot of people right now, you know, they're in positions and shape that they don't want to be in. And they're feeling bad about it, but they can't do anything about it. So he says that they worked on this, and they went on the roundabout way, pretending that they were his friends. The great pretenders, huh?
Yeah.
Now, I won't take this survey, but I know some of you all in here right now is thinking about what I'm saying.
Yes.
Because somebody done did that to you. I'm telling you now, pretend to be your friend to get inside.
Yes, yes.
And the only thing they want is to get inside to see how much damage and how long it's going to take to do it. Because they want to execute it real quick and get out the way. Jesus told the devil, whatever you're going to do it quickly. And get them out the way now. Don't be lingering around. Because see, a lot of the disciples had some hood in their cup. Look at Peter.
Yes, they did.
I'm going to tell you, I think Peter was, what is it, ADH? What is it? I think, yeah, he was. Anytime you be with Jesus all that time, and in a minute a group of people say they don't want to hear what Jesus had to say, and you're going to cut their head off, something wrong with you. Without thinking, he pulled his sword off and cut the man's ear off without even thinking. In the presence of Jesus. Just lost it. But if you won't hear him, you ain't going to hear nobody. Man. Now that's a hard saying. That's like somebody telling you if I can't have it, then you better run. People start talking to you like that and you still hanging around, you better run. Because that's telling you right then, if I can't have you, if nobody gonna have me, that means either I'm not gonna be here, people talking crazy on you. They want to go postal. So he said, we your friends. So watch this. Listen to this. This is very, you better listen to this today because I'm sure all of us, if not yet, if it hasn't happened yet, live on. And you need to know how to handle this when it happens. Watch this.
And they took old sacks on their donkeys.
They took old sacks. Now, why would you think they would take old sacks? Because they were trying, watch this, they were trying to let them know something that was not true. Anything old obviously have went through time to get old. Went through time to get old. See, a lot of things that goes on in your life, people really don't put as much into it as you think they do. Because I think some people think all other folk do is sit around all day and think about them. You ain't that important to me.
That's right.
You are not that important to me. They're sitting around all day long. Sometimes I be talking to my folks, I'm like, what you say the name was? That's just how much I think about you. What's your name again? Because we have to, the enemy want to catch you when you're in a position where you can't think. And the Bible says this, so as a man thinketh. I'm going to make this point, I'm going to get them out the way, come on.
And they took old sacks on their donkeys.
Old sack, keep these down, keep old in mind.
Old wineskins.
Old wineskin, come on.
And mended.
Come on.
Old and patched sandals on their feet.
Old and what?
Patched sandals.
Patched them up, sewed them up, taped them up. They wasn't right. They looked like they had been through a whole lot. See, some of the people we hang around, they hadn't been through much. That's why they don't have no information for you when you're going through a real trial. Have you noticed people don't have much to say when you're really facing a crisis? Look, I don't know what to tell you at this point. I know you don't. Because you ain't went past yesterday. So I know you can't tell me nothing. And you don't want to be that rude, but I'm just saying. You can tell when people don't know what to do in a crisis. They don't have no idea. In a crisis. In a crisis.
Yes, amen. That's a crisis. Amen.
In a crisis. Okay. Read. And
old garments on themselves.
And then they put old clothes on. Let me tell you something. If you're a friend, I'm going to tell you something. Just be yourself.
Right.
The one thing you cannot afford to do is make yourself look like something that you're not. Because you're going to easily be identified because that's not even your character. You ain't never did nothing like you doing now. I hope y'all feel me now. It's going to get tight in a minute. But just hold on. I got it. We may have to invert this slide today, but I'm inverted.
right, okay? Y'all ain't seen the movie. They ain't seen the movie. Okay.
Let me ask some of y'all to pull the gear and turn the clock counter on.
Say goodbye on the black box.
You may have to call little Timmy and say, Timmy, I love you now. Y'all feel me?
Yeah.
Come on.
And all the bread of their provision was dry and moldy.
Now, watch this. Everything they had indicated it was old. You know. Now, they obviously had been planning this for a long time. And I noticed this about the enemy. The enemy is not going to ever just rush upon you. Don't ever think that. When the enemy come upon you, I'm going to tell you once again, maybe you missed it. He is going to have everything he needs to try to take you out. Ain't no such thing as, oh man, I left the screwdriver. No. He got that. No. When he rolled upon you, he got everything he needs. So, now, watch this. It takes time for bread to mold. Y'all know that? Where did he get molded bread from? Because you know what? In order to convince somebody that you're a real friend, you got to have all of the right stuff that says you are my true friend. You ride or die. Watch this, watch this.
And they went to Joshua to the camp at Gilgal and said to him and to the men of Israel, we have come from a far country.
Now Gilgal represents the flesh. Now the flesh will move you if you don't watch out. The flesh will make you think you just as saved as Paul. And you're just as devious as Judas. The flesh will tell you you got it together. Don't care what they say. But you didn't even look in the mirror when you left home. Because the flesh, Paul says the flesh is dangerous. He said, because in my flesh dwelleth no good. Now, if anybody say that about themselves, now you know what the other folks saying. If you stand in the mirror telling yourself you ain't no good, you ain't no earthly good. Now, you imagine what other folks are saying about you? Paul said, in my flesh dwells no good. Not one good thing. I mean, normally you can see some good in something. When you can't see nothing good. Okay, we'll get to this in a minute. We're going to finish here.
Now, therefore, make a covenant with us.
Now, come in agreement with us. You know, and this is where it gets tough. Watch who you connecting yourself to.
Yes.
You know, I heard, I'm trying to quote this saying I heard. We stick together like a Cadillac with four flats or a flat. Like a Cadillac with four flats. Hold up. Now that ain't too good of an analogy to me. You got four flats and one stab. You better get rid of them four flats. Because you still ain't going nowhere. So he was saying, come in agreement with us that you're only going to hang out with us. And we got your back, we got you. He tell you all the time. Oh, I got you, boo. Okay. Hey, look at that bill, huh? How much you say? You got anything on here? No, you got me.
They didn't want to have that.
Hey, no,